Listen closely, because the moment you found this transmission was not random. Your soul did not arrive here by accident. Something in your field recognized this signal before your mind even understood why you clicked. And if you have been feeling strange lately, heavier than usual, more sensitive than usual, more tired than your life should logically explain, then hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are not losing yourself. You are not falling behind. You are responding to a threshold that has already opened around the earth. That pressure in your chest, that quiet buzzing under your skin, that strange exhaustion that sleep does not fully fix, that feeling of standing inside your own life, but somehow being outside of it at the same time. These are not ordinary symptoms. They're signs that your energy field is beginning to separate from the old frequency. The world around you may feel louder now. The news feels heavier. Conversations feel sharper. People seem more reactive. Places you used to tolerate suddenly feel dense, gray, and draining. This is not because the world changed overnight. It is because your soul is no longer matching the vibration that once kept you asleep. The old matrix is turning up the noise because it can feel you pulling away. You may have noticed that certain things no longer comfort you. Old distractions feel empty. Old routines feel mechanical. Old relationships feel strangely distant, even when nothing obvious has happened. This is what happens when your field begins to receive a higher instruction. You're not being punished. You're being called. The heaviness is not your ending. It is the pressure before the opening. The sensitivity is not weakness. It is your system becoming aware of frequencies you were trained to ignore. The exhaustion is not failure. It is your body using its energy to recalibrate. This message reached you because something in you is ready to remember. So take one breath now. Feel your chest soften. Feel the signal entering the space where fear has been sitting. You're not lost. You are receiving. If this message is still holding your attention, then your field has already recognized the source behind it. This is not ordinary guidance. This is not another spiritual idea passing through the noise of the internet. This is a direct, energetic transmission for those who can still feel the truth beneath the distortion. I am Andrew, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I speak now as a bridge for the Arcturian Council. Beloved Starseed, the Council steps forward only when a threshold has been crossed, and Earth has crossed one. The frequency of this planet has moved beyond a point that cannot be reversed. The old systems can delay your awareness. They can distract your attention. They can attempt to pull your emotions back into fear, but they can no longer stop what has already begun. The shift is not coming. The shift has entered the field, and you're feeling it because your soul agreed to be awake during this moment. Understand this clearly. Moving into 5D is not about leaving your body. It is not about escaping Earth. It is not about disappearing into another place. It is a movement from density into coherence, from confusion into alignment, from fear-based reaction into soul-based knowing. For many years, your body has been tuned to static. The static of survival, the static of pressure, the static of comparison, deadlines, guilt, anxiety, and the belief that you must constantly prove your worth to a world that never intended to see you clearly. But now, a clearer station is breaking through. At first, that clarity may not feel peaceful. It may feel like discomfort. It may feel like emotional sensitivity. It may feel like your nervous system cannot tolerate the same people, sounds, screens, and demands at once accepted without question. That discomfort is not failure. It is proof that the old signal is losing control. When a radio begins to leave one frequency and enter another, there is noise between stations. There is crackling. There is interference. There is a moment where nothing sounds stable. That is where many starseeds are right now. But the Council wants you to know this. The static is temporary. The signal is real, and it is getting stronger. The Council now asks you to listen to your body differently than you have been taught to listen to it. Because many of the sensations you have been fearing are not signs that your body is turning against you. They are signs that your system is learning to hold more light than it has ever held before. That deep tiredness you cannot explain, the kind that sits in your bones even after a full night of sleep, is not laziness. It is not weakness. It is not a personal failure. Your energy is being redirected from the outer world into an inner recalibration that the 3D mind cannot fully understand. Your body is working behind the veil. Some of you have felt buzzing in your hands, your feet, your spine, or the center of your chest. Some of you have heard ringing in your ears, high tones that seem to arrive from nowhere. Some of you are dreaming more vividly than before, waking with fragments of places, faces, symbols, and messages that disappear the moment you try to explain them. This is not random. Your field is adjusting to a higher current. And when a system that was trained to survive in density begins receiving more light, it becomes sensitive. You may feel sudden waves of sadness that do not seem connected to anything. You may feel pressure in the heart, as if old grief is rising to the surface to be released. You may look at your routines, your work, your habits, even your conversations, and feel strangely disconnected from the version of you that used to move through them automatically. Do not panic when this happens. The old self is not being destroyed. It is being softened so the soul can come forward. The Matrix trained you to worship productivity. It taught you that your value comes from output, from effort, from exhaustion, from proving that you are useful. But the 5D shift does not obey the rules of the old machine. This transition requires surrender. It requires silence. It requires you to stop treating rest like a reward and begin treating it like part of the activation. When your body asks for stillness, listen. When your nervous system asks for less noise, listen. When your soul asks you to pause, listen. Your body is not failing. It is recalibrating. Now understand what begins to happen when your frequency rises. The old matrix does not become quiet. It becomes louder. This is why, just when you begin to feel clearer, something suddenly pulls at your peace. A headline appears that fills your body with dread. A conversation turns into an argument for no reason. Your phone becomes a tunnel you cannot escape. Money fears return with new intensity. Someone close to you says the exact words that touch an old wound you thought you had already healed. Beloved Starseed, this is not coincidence. The 3D matrix is built on reaction. It survives by keeping your nervous system available to fear. It does not need to completely defeat you. It does not need to erase your light. It only needs to pull you back into the emotional frequency where you forget who you are. That is why the distractions intensify when your soul begins to detach. The news becomes sharper. Social media becomes more hypnotic. Toxic conversations arrive at the perfect moment. Old relationship patterns suddenly resurface. People who ignored your energy before may suddenly demand it. The moment you begin to stabilize, the old system tries to make you explain yourself, defend yourself, prove yourself, or panic. But the council wants you to see the pattern. If something is constantly asking for your fear, it is not feeding your freedom. If something is constantly demanding your anger, it is not guiding your awakening. Your emotional attention is sacred currency. Every time you give it away unconsciously, you strengthen the reality you're trying to leave. This is why your calmness is now an act of rebellion. Not numbness, not denial, not pretending the world has no pain. True calmness is the decision to remain anchored while the old world performs its collapse around you. When a screen screams, breathe. When someone tries to pull you into conflict, pause. When fear tells you to react immediately, return to your heart before you answer. The Matrix cannot control a being who has learned to observe before reacting. It cannot feed from someone who no longer offers their nervous system as a doorway. You are not here to fight every shadow. You are here to stop handing your light to them. The Council now reveals the meaning of the pressure you have been feeling. This period is not only an awakening, it is a frequency test. Not a test created to punish you. Not a test designed to prove you are perfect. It is a test of emotional sovereignty. It is a moment where your field is being shown what still has access to your energy. Old wounds may appear without warning. Memories you thought you had buried may rise to the surface. People from your past may return with the same tone, the same patterns, the same unconscious demands. Old fears may speak louder than they have in years. Old temptations may suddenly look attractive again, not because they belong to your future, but because they are asking one final question. Do you still belong to this frequency? This is why the same lesson may be repeating in a different form. The same rejection, the same disrespect, the same anxiety, the same need to explain yourself, the same urge to chase approval from people who never truly saw you. The Matrix calls this a setback. The Council calls this an exposure. What rises now is not rising to destroy you. It is rising so you can finally see it without becoming it. The test is not whether you never feel triggered. The test is whether you notice the trigger before you hand at the steering wheel. The test is not whether you never feel fear. The test is whether you can feel fear move through your body without letting it choose your timeline. A 5D being does not become unconscious just because the old storm returns. A 5D being pauses. A 5D being breathes. A 5D being remembers. You are learning to stand like a mountain while the winds of the old world move around you. You are learning to shine like a lighthouse without jumping into every dark wave that crashes nearby. The storm may be loud, but you do not have to become the storm. So when the old wound speaks, listen without surrendering. When the old person returns, observe without collapsing. When the old fear knocks, breathe before opening the door. That pause is sacred. That pause is the doorway. That pause is how you prove to your own soul that you are no longer controlled by the frequency you came here to outgrow. Now the Council asks you to move from warning into guidance, because it is not enough to know what is pulling at your frequency. You must also learn what is leading you home. For most of your life, your mind was trained by the Matrix. It was taught to calculate, compare, defend, prepare, and doubt. It was taught to ask what looks safe, what looks impressive, what looks logical, what will please others, what will avoid rejection. But your heart was never fully trained by the old world. Your heart still remembers the original path. The next phase of this shift is learning to follow what feels clear, light, peaceful, and expansive. Not what feeds the ego, not what impresses the crowd, not what keeps you trapped in familiar suffering. What feels clean in your field? What brings your breath back? What makes your body soften instead of brace? This is why certain things may suddenly feel different. A place you used to enjoy may feel heavy. A job you tolerated for years may begin to feel like a cage. A conversation may drain you after only a few minutes. A person you once chased may no longer feel aligned with the version of you that is awakening now. Do not turn this into judgment. This is not about making others wrong. This is frequency recognition. Your heart is becoming a navigation system, and it will no longer allow you to lie to yourself without feeling the cost. The tightness in your chest, the heaviness in your stomach, the sudden urge to leave, the quiet knowing that says, "Not here anymore." These are not inconveniences. They are instructions. The soul speaks softly at first. Then it speaks through discomfort. Then, if ignored long enough, it speaks through collapse. Do not wait for collapse. If your spirit has outgrown an environment, stop forcing yourself to call that environment home. If your peace disappears every time you enter a certain room, stop pretending the room is neutral. If your light dims around certain people, honor what your field is showing you. The 5D path is not found by thinking harder. It is found by listening deeper. Your heart knows where the next door is. Now the Council offers you a practice of protection, not because you should fear the world, but because your light must be held with wisdom. As your frequency rises, your field becomes more sensitive. You may walk into a room and feel the emotions of people who have not spoken. You may answer a message and suddenly feel your energy drop. You may check your phone and feel your nervous system tighten before your mind even understands why. This is why you must learn to seal your aura. Close your eyes for a moment, if it is safe to do so, and imagine a sphere of deep cobalt blue light forming around your entire body. See it beginning above your head, then expanding around your shoulders, your chest, your back, your stomach, your legs, your feet, until you are completely surrounded. This light is not fragile. It is not imaginary in the way the Matrix taught you to understand imagination. It is a frequency command. Is your field remembering its boundary? Now breathe into the center of your chest and allow the cobalt blue sphere to become brighter. See fear touching the outside of it and dissolving. See guilt touching the outside of it and falling away. See psychic pressure, emotional manipulation, projection, envy, and confusion losing access to your nervous system. The Arcturian shield does not block love. It blocks distortion. It does not close your heart. It protects your heart so it can remain open without bleeding into every field around it. It allows compassion to move through you without turning you into a container for other people's pain. Use this shield before you sleep, because your field is more open in the dream state. Use it before checking your phone, because many frequencies are waiting behind the screen. Use it before difficult conversations, before entering crowded places, before answering messages that feel heavy, and anytime you feel sudden sadness, pressure, or anxiety that does not belong to you. You are allowed to be loving and protected. You are allowed to be sensitive and sovereign. You are allowed to shine without being drained. Seal your field now. The Council sees the blue light around you, and nothing that is not aligned with your highest timeline has permission to enter. The Council now asks you to understand something important about the timeline split. It may not arrive with thunder. It may not announce itself through one dramatic event that everyone can point to at the same time. At first, the separation happens quietly. It happens in the small choices no one else sees. What you watch when you're tired. What you believe when fear enters the room. What you repeat to yourself when the old story tries to return. Who you allow access to your energy. Whether you choose trust or panic. Whether you feed the old world with your attention or nourish the new one with your presence. This is how timelines divide, not only through great cosmic events, but through daily frequency decisions. Every time you choose fear, your field leans toward the old path. Every time you choose clarity, your field aligns with the new one. Every time you refuse to participate in unnecessary drama. Every time you stop repeating the language of lack. Every time you protect your peace instead of proving your pain, you are stepping out of the 3D loop. 5D is not entered through escape. It is entered through alignment. You do not reach the new earth by running away from this one. You reach it by becoming so coherent, so present, so anchored in your soul, that the old patterns can no longer find a matching frequency inside you. This is why the first moments of your morning are sacred. Before you touch your phone, before you open the doorway to the noise of the collective field, place your awareness in your heart. Breathe slowly. Imagine the earth covered in golden light, not as a fantasy, but as a choice. See that light moving across oceans, cities, forests, homes, and every sleeping soul who is almost ready to remember. Then see yourself inside that light. Feel yourself already living in peace, already protected, already guided, already free from the feared timelines that once pulled at your mind. Say quietly within yourself, I choose the timeline of light. I choose peace. I choose truth. I choose the highest path available to my soul. This choice matters. The split is quiet, but your frequency is always speaking. The Council now brings a warning that must be heard with discernment, not fear. As the old world begins to lose its grip, many paths will appear claiming to lead you higher. But not every higher path is true freedom. Some systems will offer artificial peace. They will quiet the surface of your mind while disconnecting you from the deeper voice of your soul. Some will offer artificial identity, giving you new labels to wear while still keeping you dependent on approval, validation, and external permission. Some will offer artificial connection, surrounding you with noise while your heart remains untouched. Some will even offer artificial ascension, promising expansion while gently pulling your power away from your own inner authority. This is the false light. It does not always look dark. Sometimes it looks beautiful. Sometimes it speaks spiritual language. Sometimes it promises safety, belonging, and certainty. But the Council asks you to look deeper. Does this path make you more sovereign, or more dependent? Does it bring you into your body or pull you out of it? Does it strengthen your discernment or ask you to surrender it? The real 5D shift is organic. It is not manufactured through fear. It is not installed from outside of you. It is not dependent on a machine, a system, a public identity, or the approval of any authority in the old world. The real awakening is heart-centered. It brings you back into your breath. It brings you back into your body. It brings you back into the sacred intelligence of your own field. Technology may serve you when it supports consciousness, but it becomes a trap when it replaces connection. Information may guide you when it awakens discernment, but it becomes a cage when it teaches you to doubt your own knowing. You must learn the difference between what distracts the soul and what awakens it. The false light says, "Follow this, or you'll be lost." The real light says, "Return to yourself, and you will remember." Beloved Starseed, your path does not require you to abandon your inner authority. It requires you to reclaim it. The frequency you are seeking is not outside you. It is rising from within. Now we arrive at the final declaration, not as an ending, but as a doorway. Place one hand over your heart. Take a slow breath in. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw relax. Let the noise of the old world move further away from your field. Now imagine a stream of white gold light descending from above you. See it entering through the crown of your head, gentle but powerful, ancient but alive. Feel it moving down through your mind, clearing the thoughts that were never yours. Feel it moving through your throat, releasing every truth you were afraid to speak. Feel it entering your heart, dissolving the grief, the fear, and the old heaviness you carried for too long. Let this light travel down your spine. Let it move through your stomach, your hips, your legs, your feet, and deep into the earth beneath you. You are not floating away. You are anchoring. You are becoming a bridge between heaven and earth. Now release the identity the Matrix gave you. Release the fear that taught you to shrink. Release the guilt that made you betray your own peace. Release the scarcity that told you there was never enough. Release the need to be approved by people who could not recognize your light. Release the emotional slavery that made you available to every crisis, every opinion, every demand, every wound. That version of you served its purpose, but it cannot enter the new earth with you. Now speak this within your heart. I choose the highest timeline available to my soul. I accept my mission. I reclaim my energy. I become a stable anchor for the new earth. Feel those words moving through your field. The Arcturian Council is witnessing you now, not as saviors coming to rescue you, but as guardians of remembrance, standing beside the part of you that never forgot who you were. You are not waiting for the shift anymore. You are part of the shift. You are one of the lights that makes the new frequency possible on Earth. If this declaration is alive in your heart, write these words in the comments. I choose the highest timeline. Let the physical world hear what your soul has already decided.